Mike Bibby, I'm stunned right now. I'm stunned. I got to do a show here for 30 minutes, and I don't know what happened out here tonight. The final, you see it on the score on the screen, 121-110. Miami Heat. No Jimmy Butler. No Tyler Hero. No Terry Rozier. No LeBron. No D-Wade. No Chris Paul. And they still come out here and get away. Tell me how, Mike Bibby.
I want to harp on this first, Kyle. I don't like the "Let's Go Heat" chants that are going around in the arena. These guys are trying to make a push. The best fans in the NBA our team can't be hearing that.
Bunch of psychopaths. Bunch of psycho. Look at this maniac. Look at these psychos. Bunch of pirates.
121 to 110 to get their fourth straight win.
Up 20, goes back down to 2. They don't care.
Very impressive win by the Miami Heat.
Damn right.
These are the kind of games that Miami Heat junkies live for. We live for games like this. Heat culture on full display. My God, I love it. Possibly my favorite game of the season. There was just something so special about that game last night. So entertaining. No Jimmy, no Jovic, no Thomas Bryant. They're all in jail.
Let's go Heat. Let's go Heat. Say it in Serbian. Let's go Heat. How you say it in Serbian?
Ajde.
Who?
Ajde Heat. Just ajde.
Ajde Heat. Ajde Heat. Ajde Heat. Ajde Heat. That ought to do it. That ought to do it.
Game time.
No Josh Richardson, no Terry Rozier, no Tyler. They're all hurt. We pretty much have a skeleton crew of basically 7 guys. One of the guys hadn't ever even played a game with us before. DeLon Wright, we're like, oh, hey, welcome to the team, bro. We're just going to throw you on in there and play 35 minutes. And he played great. Shout out to him. But Caleb, Duncan, Jaime, Bam, DeLon, Haywood, K-Love, my God, I love this team. I love these guys. They're a bunch of maniacs. They're a bunch of psychos. And this is another one of these games, just like that Bucks game, that we were not supposed to win. We were not supposed to win that game. Those are supposed to be kind of like throwaway games. Oh, we're missing half a dozen guys. No. Those guys go in there and play hard from start to finish. They go up 20, then they bring it down to 2, and they still have enough mental toughness to close that game out the way they did and beat the Kings, a fully healthy, full roster Kings in Sacramento. No beam was lit that night. What a game. All right, let's get to it. Caleb, incredible. 16 points, 6 rebounds, had that huge tomahawk dunk in the end for the icing on the cake. Amazing defense all game. Duncan Robinson, interesting game. Terrible shooting. 4 points, 4 rebounds, but 11 assists. My man was 1 for 11 from the field, 0 for 6 from 3, but guess who had the highest plus minus by a long shot? Duncan Robinson, plus 25. That's how much of an impact he has on the game. Jaime, Rookie of the Year. I'll fight everyone on this. I'll fight every Wemby fan. I'll fight every Chet fan. I will die upon that hill in a sea of Wemby and Chet fans. I don't care. He's your Rookie of the Year. I'll fight everyone. 26 points, 5 rebounds, 2 assists, 3 steals, 12 for 17 from the field, 1 for 2 from 3. Did you see the footwork? Did you see the move on Sabonis in the end? Did you see him stepping up and taking big shots? Did you see the impact that he has upon the game that results in winning? Bam, incredible. 28 points, 10 rebounds, 7 assists, 2 steals, a block. Iffy turnovers in the fourth quarter, second half had 5 turnovers. I don't care. In those last few minutes, when it got dicey, stepped up, big shots. DeLon Wright, talked about him already. First game here, thrown right into the fire, and he walked right through it. 13 points, 2 rebounds, 5 assists. Maybe not that fancy of a stat line, but you know who said that DeLon Wright was the player of the game after? Coach Spoelstra.
You know, the player of the game for us in the locker room was DeLon. I don't think his stat line was spectacular by people probably on the outside, but man, he plays winning basketball. He guards. Offensively, he just has a great knack for knowing how to make the right play. 35 minutes, didn't turn the ball over, and made some big plays. The threes, but also the playmaking and the free throws down the stretch was really important.
Haywood was awesome. 3 for 5 from 3. I love when Haywood is able to shoot. It just makes him that much more of a threat. 3 steals. Unbelievable defense. They picked up in this it was like a 2-2-1 full court press zone, and then they fall back to that weird whatever kind of matchup zone in the half court they do, just pestering the Kings. And of course, let's save the best for last here, Kevin Love. Listen to what I'm about to say right here. 19 points, 7 rebounds in 15 minutes. 6 for 9 from the field, 2 for 3 from 3. This guy has been so unbelievable this season. I swear he's one of the most valuable players on the Heat. All right, so just to break down the game real quick, I'm going to try and keep this video short because there's another game today. We got the Blazers today. We got the Joe Cronin revenge game today. Can't wait for that. Although a part of me does feel that might be a trap game. I feel a little bit of a booby trap game with this, but we'll see. Jimmy Butler is back, and breaking news: Terry Rozier is also available today. So should be a fun game. Anyway, let's get to this game real quick. You knew right from the get-go, you were able to tell that the Heat came to play. They were super solid, forced 7 turnovers in the first quarter. Kings did end the quarter on a 10-2 run. We were only down 1. And then the Kings start the second quarter on an 18-4 run. We go down to 7, but Kevin Love just came in and scored 9 straight points for the Miami Heat. Kevin Love was out here playing like it was 2014. Haywood was also solid up to this point. 12 points, 5 or 7 from the field. We end up going on a 14-4 run, tie it up. Haywood hits a 3. We're up 1. We go into halftime up 3. Then the third quarter, we absolutely dominate. We end up winning the third quarter 36-19. We were killing them on points in the paint. Our bench was killing them. We were up 32-17 on bench points at that point. And then for the fourth quarter, I have will the Kings punch back in my notes. And boy, oh boy, did they ever. They go nuts and pretty much hit back-to-back threes, I think. It was like Herter and Keegan Murray, and then Keegan Murray again, and then Keegan Murray again. And that 20-point lead that we had all of a sudden evaporated and turned into 8, and then 6, and then it went down to 2. I think at one point we were losing 23-7 in the fourth quarter. We went almost 5 minutes without a field goal. I think it ended up being 110-108, and then the Heat said, no, not so fast. Man, that last, I think it was like 3.5 minutes, where we end up closing the game on a 13-2 run. Totally absorbed that huge Kings run, which is all the more impressive because of the guys on the floor that were able to be that mentally tough after almost blowing a 20-point lead, from it going from 20 points to 2 points, to be mentally tough enough to say, no, we got one more run in us, and they close it on a 13-2 run. There's a let's go Heat chants in the crowd. Another thing I was very impressed by last night is that we forced De'Aaron Fox to commit 7 turnovers. This Miami Heat defense lately, we are in 27th place in 3-point percentage this month, yet we have the second best win percentage, which tells you what? We are winning games because of defense. That is huge. So that's it. Try and keep it short. Got another game today. I am high on Heat culture. Possibly my favorite game of the season was that game last night. That game embodied everything that I love about this team and why I'm such a passionate fan of this team was because of what was displayed last night and within the context of having 3 guys injured, 3 guys suspended, coming off of that big fight. Like I said, we're not supposed to win that game. And what do? We go in there into Sacramento and with 7 guys with gray hair, guys that are undrafted, guys that are, it's their first game. And what do? They still win. They go up 20, goes down to 2, and they still win. Close on a 13-2 run. That game absolutely embodied Heat culture. I'm sitting there watching that game, laughing like a damn maniac, high out of my mind on huge doses, huge hits, mainlining into my veins of Heat culture. All right, that's all.